Good afternoon, everyone. So today I will be discussing the tourism impact, prevention, mitigation, and adaptation. So first here is tourism affect the environment, society, and economy. So this means that tourism bring both benefits and problem to nature, people, and businesses. Like for example, daghang tourist, daghang trabaho na ay income pero dangan sa basura. Next is the uncontrolled tourism leads to pollution, habitat degradation, and high energy use. If tourism is not properly managed, it can damage natural areas and waste resources. Like for example, daghan og tourist sa beach, daghang plastic sa shoreline, maguba ang mga kanang coral reefs, o taas ang kuryente sa resorts. Kay daghan makaayog tao. Next is the sustainable tourism aims to minimize negative impact while supporting communities. Its goal is to protect nature but still provide income for locals. Ang example diri is kanang ecotours nga naglimit og visitors pero ang local gyapon ang muguide sa ilaha. Next is the mitigation and adaptation strategies. Help maintain long-term ecological resilience. These strategies ensure the environment stay healthy for future generation. Like, ang example diri kay magtanom o kanang mangrove planting aron mabalik ang lost habitat na kanang maprotektahan ang coastline. So next is, what is mitigation? Mitigations means reducing or preventing negative environmental effect. It focuses on lowering or stop environmental harm caused by tourism. So, ang pagset sa rules or pagset og rules like no littering o kanang fines sa tourist areas. So next is the prevention and control, avoiding impact through planning and technology. This means that preventing environmental damage before it happens. Before daw magtukod og kanang resort, i-assess sa environmental experts if safe ba ang kanang location na inyong napili. Next is the compensatory measures, offsetting an avoidable impact. If damage cannot be avoided, action are taken to replace what was lost. Kung kinahanglan nato og kanang putlon ang 20 ka trees for road widening, ato po na siyang balikon, magtanom po ta og 40 ka new trees. Wala ko pagsabot. Next is remediation. Restoring ecosystem after damage occurs. This focuses on repairing areas that we already harm. Like for example, rehabilitating polluted rivers through cleanup and treatment system. So tourism has both positive and negative effects on the environment, society, and the economy. While it can generate income and create jobs, uncontrolled tourism can lead to pollution, habitat loss, and resource overuse. So sustainable tourism combined with effective mitigation, prevention, and remediation strategies to ensure that natural areas are protected while communities continue to benefit. By carefully planning tourism activities, adopting cleaner technologies, enforcing regulation, and using green building standards, we can enjoy the benefits of tourism without compromising the environment for future generations.
What are compensatory measures in tourism? Compensatory measures are action taken to replace or restore the natural resources affected by tourism activities. One example is replanting trees and restoring damaged forests or land areas. Tourism organizations may also support conservation programs that protect wildlife and maintain ecological balance. So, the creation of artificial wetlands helps support biodiversity by providing new habitats for plants and animals. Some companies also make financial contributions to make to environmental organization as part of their corporate responsibility to offset the impact of tourism. What are remediation strategy in tourism? Remediation strategy focus on preparing and improving environments that have already been harmed by human activity. This include beach cleanups, coral rehabilitation, and erosion control to restore coastal areas. Waste removal campaign helps clean polluted places, while habitat reconstruction brings back natural space for plants and animals. Efforts to populate and monitor wildlife support to recover of affected species, restoring damaged trails and natural landscape also ensures that ecosystem can heal and remain safe for visitors. So I will be discussing first what is the tourism carbon footprints. So, tourism carbon footprint refers to the total amount of carbon dioxide emission produced by tourism activities. So, tourism contributes about 5% global carbon dioxide emission, making it a significant source of pollution. The largest contributor is aviation, as airplanes use large amount of fuel for long distance travel. Cruise ships also add to marine emission, affecting both air and water quality. Meanwhile, hotels consume a lot of energy for air conditioning, heating, and lighting. So, all these combined activities increase the environmental impact of tourism. What are low carbon technologies in tourism? Low carbon technologies are tools and systems used to reduce energy consumption and emission in the tourism industry. These include renewable energy sources like solar, wind, and hydropower, which help power resource and facilities more sustainably. Electric transportation such as e-jeep, e-trucks, and e-buses also reduces reliance on fossil fuels. In coastal areas, battery-powered ferries and hybrid boats lessen pollution from marine travel. Hotels increasingly use energy-efficient solutions like LED lighting and smart systems to save energy. These technologies support cleaner and more sustainable tourism operation.
So mabuhay magdayaw everyone. So this is the continuation of our report. So my report is all about innovations and aviations. So when we talk aviations, it is the flying or operating of aircraft. So in Latin, it is avis or bird. In French, it is aviation. So it is nakuha ni siya in late 19th century. So when we talk about aviations, keeps improving because the world needs faster, safer, cleaner, and more efficient ways to travel. Innovations in aviation simply means new technologies, new design, new system that makes flying better for everyone. So these are the major areas of innovation. So the first bullet here is it talks more iridiumatic aircraft using composite materials. The second one is fuel efficient engines. So when we talk about fuel efficient engines, modern engines burn less fuel but produce more power. So this help planes fly farther while releasing less carbon. So the next one is sustainable aviation fuel or SAF. So this is eco-friendly fuel made from plants, waste or renewable materials. Planes can use it without changing the engines. So the fourth one is route optimization through AI to reduce fuel consumption. So here is the next, cruise ship sustainability. So The first bullet here is modern exhaust treatment system reducing sulfur emission by up to 99%. So cruise ship have a special machine called scrubbers that clean the smoke coming from their engine. So mo nang hinlo, this scrubber removes almost all the harmful sulfur, making the air much cleaner and less polluting. So the second one is energy management system using waste heat recovery. So when ship run their engines, they produce lot of heat that usually goes to waste. So lot of heat that usually goes to waste, modern ship capture this extra heat and use it to power other parts of the ship, like heating water or generating electricity. This helps save fuel and reduce pollution gihapon. So the third one is advanced wastewater treatment on board ship. So cruise ship now have system that clean dirty water like sewage and kitchen water right on the ship. So they filter treat the water so thoroughly that is almost as clean as drinking water before it is released into the ocean. And then the fourth one ay in the ocean. So this protect marine life and keep the sea from being polluted. So ang katong mga tubig nga mga hugaw daw is ilang ginasala god kay para if ini kanang makuha na siya sa dagat is dili siya polluted, like wala koy sagol nga langis or inana. And then the fourth one is transition to LNG and hybrid electric propulsion. So instead of using regular fuel, many new cruise ships use LNG or liquid natural gas, which burns much cleaner and produces fewer harmful gases. So some ships also use hybrid electric engines similar to hybrid cars, which is use electricity plus fuel. These result in less pollution, quicker operation, and better fuel efficiency. Third, here in the PPT is energy efficient hotels. So the first bullet here is digital thermostats and occupancy sensor. So the example, the image here is the example. So makita na ninyo. And then the first bullet is digital thermostats and occupancy sensor. So they turn off or adjust their aircon when no one is in the room, preventing energy waste. So if kanang walay tao sa room is mupalong rag iya ang mga suga or ang aircon ipahinay kay para makales og kuryente. And then the third one is LED lighting. So LED use far less electricity while staying bright, helping hotels save power. So gayu sila mga LED or mga solar good kay para makasave og electricity. So the third one is solar rooftop system and smart energy management. Solar panels create clean energy while smart system control power used to avoid waste. So sama sa akong ginaingon is nagagamit sila mga solar kay para mas makasave sila og kuryente. So insulation and natural ventilation. So good building design keeps room cool naturally so the aircon doesn't need to work as much. And then the fourth here is air pollution mitigation. So the first bullet here is tree buffers around tourist site trap particulate matter. So planting many trees around tourist area help catch dust and dirty particles in the air, making the environment cleaner to breathe. So if we have kung daghang taga ng mga tanong nga kahoy, is mo na siya musalo sa mga pollution god kay para atong paghinga is fresh gihapon. And then the second one is designating car-free tourism zone reduces congestion. So some places block cars from entering certain streets. They reduces traffic, smoke from engines, and noise, making the area cleaner and safer for tourists. The third one is promoting public transport and shared mobility. So encouraging people to use buses, shuttles, or shared rides means fewer cars on the road, which lower air pollution. So the fourth one is encouraging non-motorized travel, biking and walking. So when more tourists choose to walk or bike, there are no engine emissions at all, helping keep the air fresh and reducing pollution. So that's all, everyone. Thank you so much for listening.
So mabuhay ug madayaw everyone. Now I will discuss the water conservation in tourism. So water conservation in tourism is important because hotels, resorts, and tourist attractions use large volume of water every day. So to reduce waste, they install low-flow faucets, toilets, and shower head that use less water without reducing comfort. Many establishments recycle wastewater for landscaping and irrigation, and some collect rainwater to use non-drinking purposes. Golf courses and large resorts also adopt smart irrigation systems that adjust water use based on weather and soil conditions. This effort helps protect water sources while maintaining quality service for tourists. And the next is water-saving technologies. New technologies make it easier for tourism business to save water efficiently. Zero water urinals, waste efficient toilets drastically reduce bathroom water use. Automatic shut-off valves ensure that water stops flowing when not needed and preventing waste. Low-flow shower systems provide good water pressure while using less water. Large hotels also use advanced systems that recycle laundry water so it can be reused safely. These technologies not only lower water consumption but also reduce operation costs, helping the environment and the business at the same time. So the third one is solid waste problem and tourism. So tourism creates significant solid waste due to high number of visitors and the service they consume. So hotels generate large amounts of food waste, plastic packaging, and disposable items. So tourists often leave litter in beach, parks, and natural attractions, which harm wildlife and pollute marine environments. Many destinations struggle because they lack proper waste management system, making it difficult to handle the increasing volume of garbage. So this problem can damage the natural beauty of tourist sites and reduce their attractiveness to future visitors. And the last one is solid waste reduction strategies. To minimize waste, tourism business implement various eco-friendly strategies. Recycling programs help manage paper, glass, plastic, and aluminum effectively. Since a big part of hotel waste comes from food, many establishments practice composting to turn food scrap into useful fertilizers. Hotels are used refillable dispenser for shampoo and soap to avoid single-use plastic bottles. Some large facilities are use shaders, pulpers, and hydrators to reduce the volume of waste before disposal. These strategies help create cleaner destinations, protect the environment, and promote sustainable tourism.
So good day everyone. So now I will be discussing the different ways to reduce environmental problems in tourism. We have here the noise pollution in tourism. Aircraft, traffic, and tourist crowds contribute to noise pollution, and also soundproofing buildings with noise damping materials. And electric vehicles significantly reduce noise levels, and also the active noise control technology cancels ambient noise. So noise pollution happens when there is too much loud sounds from aircraft, cars, and big group of tourists. To reduce this, building can use materials that block noise. Electric vehicles also help because they are quieter. Some places also use active noise control technology, which reduces or cancels unwanted noise in an area. So next is the sustainable building design. So green buildings prioritize energy, water, and material efficiency. Also, the lighting and ventilation improve indoor air quality. Also, use of low VOC materials for healthier environments. And lastly is the resilient design reduce vulnerability to climate risk. Sustainable buildings are designed to save energy, water, and materials. They use natural light and good ventilation to improve indoor air quality. These buildings also use safer materials with low harmful chemicals called low VOC materials. Their design are strong and can handle climate risk better. And lastly is the light pollution in tourism. Light pollution in tourism, excessive lighting disrupts ecosystems. Example of it is the birds, turtles, and insects. Human health impacts, sleep disruption, and eye strain. Also, use of shielded lighting fixtures to reduce glare. Lighting ordinance can control brightness and operation hours. So, lighting pollution in tourism. Light pollution happens when there is too much artificial light. This affects animals like birds, turtles, and insects. And it can also cause sleep problems and eye strain for people. To reduce light pollution, buildings can use shielded lights to avoid glare. Cities can also create rules to control brightness and limit hours of operation. So in conclusion, tourism can cause different environmental issues. But with proper planning like reducing noise, using sustainable transport, designing eco-friendly buildings, and controlling lights, we can make tourism more sustainable and safer for environment.
So, good day everyone. I am a last reporter. And so, sustainable transportation. So, diri ana siya upat kabuok nga need na to explain about sa sustainable transportation. So, sustainable transportation daw is the reports talk about ways to make transportation more environment friendly and suggest using electric, improving charging stations and reducing car and certain place and promoting walking and biking. So, first is expansion of electric buses, jeeps, and tricycles. Second, charging infrastructure for electric mobility. Third is car-free zones and tourist areas. And fourth is bike sharing system and eco-friendly shuttle services. So first, expansion of electric buses. So this means using more electric to reduce smoke and population. So for example, na isa ka city or isa ka lugar nga gina-replace nila ang isa ka jeep with modern electric jeepneys to make air para ang air daw is cleaner or cleanliness. And second, charging infrastructure for electric mobility is building more charging station so electric buses can recharge easily. So for example, installing charging ports in mall and terminals for e-bikes and e-cars. So the daw is naga-install sila or gina-installing ang mga charging parts like biskan asa na pwede maka-charge like sa terminal, pwede na maka-charge sa e-bike or kuan sa mall. And then third is car-free zones and pedestrian tourist areas. So some areas will not allow cars so people can walk safely and enjoy the place. And naay isa ka lugar nga kanang dili allowed na naay moagi mga sakyanan dito or kanang dapat mga tao lang jud ang nagaagi dito and for example closing a street in a tourist spot during weekends so visitor can free sila magbaktas-baktas or free sila mag-take of photos kay wala makasagabal sa ila kay wala mo agi nga mga sakyanan kay kuan man na siya kanang naay isa na ka lugar nga walay walay sakyanan nga mag-agi-agi dira kay car-free zones and pedestrian man na siya. And fourth is bike sharing and system and eco-friendly shuttle services providing bikes or small clean energy shuttles that people can rent or ride. Kanang pwede daw sila mag-ride or pwede sila mag-rent para mag-ride or asa mo adto. For example, a city, ang isa ka lugar, nag-offer sila og nag-offer sila og bikes sa isa ka lugar para example na ay mag-rent para mag-tour to lively attraction or mag-tour sila sa kanang lugar. Pwede sila mag-rent aning bike sharing and system and eco-friendly. So, adoption strategies. Naapod siya upat dari ka sa adoption strategies as preparing tourists for climate-related risk and storm flooding. Seconds, developing early warning system for natural disaster. And third, strengthening coastal defenses and reducing control. And fourth is improving infrastructure research. And these strategies focuses on helping tourism areas stay safe and prepared for climate problems like storm, flooding, and coastal damage. First is preparing tourism for climate related. So, making plans to tourist business and communities know what to do during strong weather events. So, ang isa ka tourist or tourism management prepare sila in case na ay mo abot nga mga typhoons like ang ilang mga ilang mga stops kay gina-train nila kung unsaon pag evacuate para if ever na ay mo abot nga mga typhoons kabalo na ilang mga stops kung asa mo evacuate or ang mga tao pod sa isa ka hotel para mag-guide sa ilang mga stops. And then seconds, as developing early warning system. So creating tools or system that can alert people quickly before a disaster happens. So need jud na tog mga tools diri so ang mga importante like mga cellphones, relo or unsa pa na dira nga dali ta makabalo or naay mo abot nga mga kalamidad like example ang cellphone. So, kung if ever na ay cellphone, dali ra jud ta makabalo nga na ay mo abot nga mga typhoons kay isa ra na ka chat or isa ra na ka text na mo pop up na dayon dito so makabalo na ta kung unsa. And dapat jud installing alert or alarm and strengthening coastal defenses and protecting the shorelines so waves and freezing water don't damage beaches and buildings. So for example, there is building seawalls or planting mangroves to prevent beach and erosions. Ang samo atong ang example sa strengthening coastal defenses. And fourth is improving infrastructure as making buildings, roads, and utilities stronger so they can withstand disaster. And for example, the is upgrading bridge and hotels so they remain safe during heavy rains and earthquake. So kanamurag gina-upgrade nila or ginapalawak nila or ginausab nila ang isa ka tulay or mga hotels para if ever na ay moabot nga mga typhoons dili siya madali-dali. Example kuan dayon ang isa ka hotels or isa ka tulay dili dayon madali-dali mahugno or unsa dira. Community-based tourism solution. So diri apod is napod siya upat ka goal or dapat nato mabalaan diri. So first is local communities involved in planning and decision making. Second, revenue sharing to sports local development. Third, preserving cultural heritage and traditional livelihoods. And fourth is training program for sustainable tourism jobs. And the is community-based tourism means that local people are directly involved in tourism activities and they help make decisions, earn income, and protect their culture, and receive training to improve their skills. The goal is to make tourism beneficial and fair to the community. So first, the local communities involved as residents help decide how tourism projects should be developed. So, for example, there is a village meeting where local chose for the build a new tourist viewing deck. So, example lang isa ka lugar is nagmeeting sila para sa kuan mag-build sila og bag-o nga tourist or bag-o nga example murag laaganan gani viewing di ka na mga view and seconds and revenue sharing to support local. So income from tourism and shared with the community for improvement projects. So for example, the is part of the earnings from tour is used to improve local schools or roads. So maupod na ang goal sa kuan revenue sharing to support kana murag dapat nila maka-earn para sa ilang local or para sa ilang isa ka lugar kanan para sa ilang mga project or kung na sila project kanang murag mag ano gani sila mag share or para sa ilang community. And preserving cultural heritage is protecting local culture and supporting traditional ways to living. So for example, there is tourists learn traditional weaving or cooking to help the culture alive. Mauna ang example sa preserving cultural heritage. And then fourth is training program for sustainable tourism as teaching local skills so they can work in tourism responsibility and professionally. Na dapat professionally jud mag-work ang tourism and responsibly dapat na ay responsibly kanang murag dapat na ay responsible jud ka ana mag-work sa imong kuan and professionally ka ana dawi ka mag-work. And that train residents to become tour guides or eco-friendly homeless owner para if ikaw ang tour guide sa mga tao nga mula agdara sa inyong kuan sa inyong isa ka view nga ginatawag na murag bag-o ninyo nga spot kanang murag ikaw ang mahimong eco-tour nila sa training program for sustainable tourism.